This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Show. My name is Lily. And before I say anything, I just want to let you know that we have a conference coming up on 11th of November. It's going to be a wonderful conference. It's about how to make your love and your money grow. What inspired you to teach us about that?
Yeah, we got a lot of questions about how do I balance the two. It appears like people have to forget about dating to build a career.
Yeah.
It appears like when you go for career, you forget it. Nobody tells us how to excel in both.
Yeah.
Can I have both? Can I get a relationship that accommodates expansion financially? Can I also grow financially without risking the way this, sometimes you hear women saying you build a man up, then he forgets you when he goes up there.
Yeah.
While you're building up him, where were you?
Yeah.
Why aren't you going up with him?
There's a gap.
You know?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we have made love and money to appear like mutually exclusive. We want to show people how we can put the right foundation to accommodate the whole of your life. The money life and the love life.
Wow.
Yes.
I want to be there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be a wonderful conference. We had a very successful healing conference.
Yeah.
What's some of the feedback you got from that conference?
We have a lot of positive, overwhelming, all the way from Uganda, from people attended from all over, and they're saying it was worth it, and more than worth it, that it was a beginning of a new way of seeing life.
Yes.
Remember, we say, when you change how you look at things, the things you look at change.
Wow.
When you change how you view love, the love changes.
Yes.
Because you're changing your position and your perspective. Those are the things one of my mentors used to invite me by surprise, just without notice, that, to an event, and I have no time to prepare.
Okay.
It was military, kind of. You're the speaker.
Wow.
And he told me, I brought you here to put things into perspective.
Okay.
He had, it was, of course, rugged training. To tell you, perspective needs no preparation. That's why you should be living. So even if you don't give me a lot of academic points, can you give me perspective?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So he was training me on something else. We really need points, but when you are being trained, they first finish this, then take you to the next one.
Yeah.
To know that you are aligned with the truth, I just surprise you.
Yeah.
Talk about this.
Okay. Okay.
So to tell them, when we meet, we shall give perspective.
Perspective.
Show you how to look at money and love the way we looked at healing as just part of life, not a shameful thing. Yes.
So karibuni, make sure you book your ticket through the WhatsApp number on your screen. The conference is going to be on the 11th of November. And when you talked about perspective, I can't help but think about your style of writing. It's not academic, it doesn't have a lot of jargon. It's really, I can really hear you talk as you write your books.
So we can say my mentor did a good job?
Yeah. He did, because it's a very easy to read tone. The tone of it is very easy to read. So today we want to talk about how to know you're just temporarily in a man's life. And there's something from this book about toxic relationships that I really like, and I'd like you to touch on it, kidogo. You tell us, stop trying to make people love you. And he says, it's not your job to make people love you. Your job is to show people who you are and let them decide whether they love you or not.
This is a warning against those people who have every quality you've been looking for. They tick every box.
Yes.
Some people show up and they tick everything.
Yeah.
They even make you wonder, so these things were possible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, this and that, the right physique, the right energy, just the right direction of life. They look like the package.
Yeah.
The only problem is they're not so much into you.
That's the only box they're not ticking.
You know, they're cordial.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we talked the other day that when you have to break up and you cannot hate this person, neither can you paint them as a bad person. Those are very difficult things to reconcile.
Yeah.
You have to walk away, but she's a nice person.
Yeah.
She's cordial.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Those decisions that are not fully black and white, they're gray.
They just didn't love me.
You cannot convince your friends and family. We are not islands in this world. We always want validation of the people who we think together. So to convince them what you're feeling, you have to explain until you're also doubting yourself in the middle of the explanation.
You're also trying to convince yourself.
You know?
Yeah.
And we were saying sometimes in order to go all the way to find the love that you deserve, you need a lot of high confidence, because sometimes your friends and family will catch up later. Your intuition. Once you feel, I don't feel it. That's enough.
Yeah.
And a true friend who knows you will say, by the way, I believe you. What you feel, me too. I'm in with you. Let's go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need to over-convince me. I know what you're talking about. I know that feeling. I know when it's not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are saying here, you may want to prove yourself to that person who ticks all the boxes for you.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's very tempting.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because we said for men, what we fear is this lady who is laid back and reluctant, and me, I have to jump over hoops to convince her.
Yeah.
Because she's just exactly what I would love. And then she's lukewarm towards me, courtesy, just niceties, not passion and crazily in love like I am. She makes you go all the way, do 90% of the lifting.
Yeah.
And she's stuck in that freezing dilemma of this a very nice guy, he loves me so much. And then some of your aunties confuse you. Always marry a man who loves you more than you love him.
Hey. Story of my life.
You should marry people who love each other the same.
Okay. So the whole chasing thing is not something that we want to do for life.
In fact, good men don't chase. I told you the other day, we have standards. Okay. We have invested. How can you invest so much then you have to beg? No.
Yeah. Okay.
I want an equally interested person. All we can do is to check, do we match each other's standards? Oh. I don't expect to greet you, then you look away, then I have to run after you, then please give me your number. Go away, you insult me. That's not dating, that's madness. So don't go after a person whom you have to convince. You should sense the vibe. Okay. And it is painful when you have to walk away from a person who looks exactly like what you had in mind.
Okay.
Because you don't look like what they had in mind.
Ouch.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so get yourself a copy of this book, How to Recognize and Deal with Toxic Relationships. It goes for 1,000 bob. Pair it with this book. Every book you buy from Benjamin, make sure you pair it with the Healing Your Inner Self to commence your best life. They're amazing, amazing reads. You can buy all the 4 of them. And I saw someone saying in the comments, we're going to write back to them. They were asking, can I buy something like 18 copies of this book, Dreams Before Dating, so that they can buy for those who cannot afford? Yes, if you're watching us and you want to buy for someone else in our Benjamin.
I don't know how I missed that comment. Make sure we get back to them.
For sure.
And just the other day, somebody bought a batch of 10, and they're not even saying to be delivered to them. They told us to give to boy child.
Wow.
You know? Okay. Some guys who deal with autism. Okay. And they've been purchasing every new book they just buy for charitable, very consistent funds of ours. Wow. So that person was asking about the 18 copies. I load you. When you do a batch purchase, we always do something in addition. Either we add a copy for you or we do the logistics for you. We always do something to assist you, to just say thank you.
Okay.
That we see your hand, how much you are doing charitably. So that person will get back to them. And it's good that you mentioned this runaway bestseller. We can call it.
Yeah. Okay.
Bestseller.
Why runaway bestseller?
It has really moved. Everybody who reads it says, I wish everybody I know I can recommend it to them. We are not saying it's a magic. That is what's just opens your eyes to where you need to begin, what you need to do. Somebody told me it was my first therapy session, then I went now to therapy.
Which one? The healing?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody said, I started that when I went to therapy.
Therapy, yeah. It sort of jumpstarts you.
It tells you whether, she say, I was a little bit, in Africa we say over time you get over those things. Over time.
Time will heal.
Over time.
Yeah.
That was her attitude.
Okay.
Then when she says, so actually this is a problem. Over strict parents, it's a problem. Distant dad, controlling mom, having to manage myself, being all this. Some men are taught toughness, until their normal life is just rigid and dry.
Yeah.
When you read this, you realize, so this is not normal after all.
Yeah.
So this can just be the beginning for your healing. It may not be the magic, or there is no book that is magic.
Okay.
But it opens your mind to
All
what
right.
you need to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what is it you were telling us about how to know that you're just temporarily in a man's life?
Now, yes, sometimes men are not that forthcoming. And sometimes he's genuinely confused. He likes you, he's attracted to you, he appreciates who you are, but he cannot tell the degree of investment in you. So he tells you what you want to hear in order to keep you.
Hey.
So today you want to decode what he's not telling you, but it's actually the truth.
Do we want to hear?
So I want to break down a few things that when you see this is what it means, because they use the same language. You and the people you are lying each other with, you use the same language. I love you too.
Yeah.
That word has been abused.
Too much.
So again, many times Sigmund Freud said people cannot lie when they cannot tell you with their mouth. Their fingertips will talk, their feet will talk, body language will talk. He was saying if you are attentive, the truth still comes out. It still comes out. So we're telling you those indirect means of truth. And a lot of times when a man is drawn to a woman, is attracted, he wants this woman, he can come caught up. Be careful with young men. I told you they're too poetic and romantic, and too many feelings and intensity, but no substance. No plan for life, no vision. All they have is here and now. They're just coming from their hostel or from their empty room with the mattress on the floor and the stove at the corner. And they're texting you the whole day, and you have a career. And now you think you're falling in love. You're actually falling. Be careful with some languages, eh? You're falling. In the name of love. You're falling.
Singers write a song called Falling in the Name of Love.
I think
that's a whole different thing.
And so one is if he is always asking for second chances. During dating, you're not supposed to give second chances. During dating, no second chances.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I know you are the kind of person who would go to the direction of
they've changed.
Now, because again we glorify hope and potential and ourselves, we have seen ourselves evolve, and we believe another person is also evolving. Exactly. We tend to project our journey to the other person. So it is very difficult to carry out logical assessments. So again, we don't want to start afresh. People always hope this is the one. I hope this is the one. I hope. So we don't want that small heartbreak of having to start afresh and readjust again. We struggle with it. The problem with second chances is that it means you are incompatible. You are giving this person chance after chance because you're just unable to unplug yourself. You're too emotionally invested. Now, what are the doctrine of second chances? It means sometimes people don't want the ugly job of calling for the breakup, and they are frustrating you indirectly, hoping you walk away. Although they apologize in paper, and they say, "Oh, sorry, let's start afresh." A lot of people don't have the courage to deal with the nastiness and the feelings around finality of breakup. There's a small death in breakup because something is dying permanently. That's what we usually avoid. For good, go. A lot of people avoid that, so they drag on, and when you finally walk away, they're actually happy, they're relieved.
The same person who was telling me, sorry, let's try again.
Because they have to answer something. When you ask them, why did you do this to me? They can't say, because I want you to go. That's inhuman. They say, oh, it was a mistake, just let's get over it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You know you're temporary when the relationship is surviving on your second chances, giving him second chances. You are incompatible. This person has already given up. This person is not as committed, but you are a nice person to be around with and to toy with for as long as you're allowing it, and you are so invested and you are so imagined. The biggest mistake with women is when they get into a relationship, they imagine the husband, the babies, the home, the future, all that. And when he's helping you with how he sees you, you go there you go there with your feelings and you see him as the prince. You paint him a certain way like he's the one.
Yeah.
And your soul gets attached. Then you start using the word you're in a committed relationship. Don't use that language. You're confusing yourself. That's an oxymoron. You cannot say we're in a committed interview. Would you say that?
No.
This is an interview. Why are you calling it committed? It remains an interview all the way until we sign papers. Even when you're going these other procedures, there are different facets of life I'm getting to see about this person. It's information gathering. People usually, they mean exclusive. Now we have stopped looking outside. We are considering just the two of us. We are moving towards marriage. Yeah. Exclusive is the right word, not committed. When you say committed, your head thinks you're already married. So you stop assessing.
Yeah.
You want to continue assessing. Your language affects how you think. So you're exclusive.
Okay.
No outsiders.
Okay.
But still, we are not there yet. Don't offload. I'm still learning this person. People are sly. They may know that if they tell you certain truth, you will run away.
Okay.
And so they hide it. It's until you start interacting with their family, with their people close, during those events that you get to see they have a child somewhere. Men are being deceived a lot that way. And men also hide children, especially if the child is with the mother someplace.
Yeah.
And if you are naive enough to start life here before you do the due process, because the due process shows you the people. Some people there may tell you the truth. You may hear a child being referred to.
You know, Benjamin, just a very short detour.
Yes.
Why do people hide children? Children are the most precious things.
Yeah, dishonesty. Just they don't want the opportunity cost. You see, when children are precious, but you get them at the wrong time, they complicate your life. Every good thing also needs planning. So when they get a child that they know you don't want a person with a child, you know, some people are vocal. Me, I can't date a person with a child, and this person is seated here with a child.
Me, okay, let me talk for myself. I love my child so much that if you have a problem with that, I will never choose you over my child.
You are a healthy person. A lot of people are not healthy. A lot of people are not congruent. You have reached a place where you have accepted your life.
Okay.
Many people have not accepted their life.
Okay.
Okay. So we are saying, if a person needs chance after chance for the relationship to go far, for the relationship to keep going, and you depend on you forgiving, you accommodating, you compromising, you so that it can remain, and you think you have come from very far. We say long-term relationship is trapping yourself in an uncalled for investment in time and energy years. Then you end up just marrying because this is the only person I've known for so many years. Did you get what happened?
You trapped yourself.
Yes.
Oh no.
You know.
Yeah.
The second sign that you're only temporary in his life is if he wants benefits before commitment. Anytime you hear a man suggesting let's move in together, a lot of men will tell you, oh, wedding is a waste, a show off so much, let's just start life and do that one later, and they're taking this way. It's like they collected you on the road, you know.
Yeah.
And women also, many of them are skeptical about ceremonies because they are uninformed.
Okay.
You know, for women it's purely misinformation. They just don't know what this is. They usually realize when it is too late. That you are being sneaked in secret because you should not disrupt the other one on the other side.
Oh, oh, there's another thing going on.
So, when he wants you before he pays the price, you are only temporary. He is not sure whether you are the final thing he wants to do.
For sure.
And he's using all this logical, we are wasting money, we can use that money for something else. You know. And one person anointed his Lord with a lot of expensive perfume. And another person complained, this money, this should have sold this and helped the poor. I mean, What is the master reply? The poor you will always have. This is a better priority at this point. Projects we will always have. For us here to start life is the priority now.
Yeah.
What is the qualification of a ceremony? Okay, we have civil, you can do it at the Attorney General, we have customary, traditional, and then you have the church. Whatever wedding ceremony you prefer. Remember, it has pros and cons on every side. When you go to the traditional, you are basing it on your ancestors, and your advisors will be those old wazés.
I was almost happy that you've mentioned customary, and then you went at it.
Those old wazés. And in the customary, the woman is nothing. She's less than a child.
Yeah, that's true.
Less than a child. Yeah. You have no right to ask anything. Even if he's cheating with anything that has skirts. You know, you are the first. You are the metro. Just. And if he gets children, you should bring them to you. The madness in customary, my friend. And if there's barrenness, it's not him. It must be you. So, if it is civil, yes, you're basing it on the law, and you know you can even get a witness there and all that. If circumstances like when COVID was there, sometimes people can do one thing while waiting to do another if circumstances prohibit them. But this is what you should do about ceremonies, and why, if he does not want this ceremony, he's just not sincere. People usually contrast weddings with the poorly planned weddings, so they think all weddings are poorly planned.
Okay.
It's a mind game to avoid. The right wedding has family and friends. That's all.
Okay.
Family and friends. Does not have to have chief or representative from the council, representative of the county government. Does not need to be. Does not need to have neighbors. Who are you journeying through life with? Family and friends. Even if you're not so close with the family, remember what he said. Sometimes family are not friends, but then the friends become family. Okay.
That is true.
You know?
Yeah.
If you have family who are friends, you are blessed. Count yourself among the chosen few.
Yes.
And you should raise kids who are really out for each other, because many times it's poor management and leadership that makes siblings fight. It's poor management. If you show them friendship and comradeship, you'll become like the Indian families who have really stuck together and built empires.
Yeah.
And they sheltered each other financially. With their personal differences, they still come to work.
Yes.
They are not always friends.
Yeah.
They manage to just have leadership that says, this is a Hebatula and the sons.
Yeah. We get the job done.
And you can't split this brand, my friend.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you cannot afford to do friends and family who might just be 10 or 20, your friends and family are never 200. You don't have time for those people. The friends on Facebook are not friends. That's just a word being used there. Unfriended, friended, followed, unfollowed.
Yeah.
Liked, unliked.
With a click.
This is just language.
Yeah.
The real people whom you journey with, whose weddings you've attended, whose baby showers you've done, who you're doing life with, should be there when you're doing milestones of life. Do not underrate the importance of how you enter and how you exit. When you watch a choir master or a choir mistress when they're leading the orchestra, they set a tone where to enter the song from. Where do they lift the hand there? And where do you see, it's like this, what is usually going on between them? It's energy, it's vibe, it's coordination. Life is an orchestra of sorts. You're also doing a recital, you're doing a hymnal, so to speak. And there are high points. So usually the choir master is trying to hit a certain crescendo, a certain climb, a certain level of delivering the essence of a song.
Yeah.
What is the essence of your marriage? What tone do you want to get in? A ceremony allows you to start with joy and vibration and dance and celebration and positivity and advice and connection. It's a transition from before and after. You cannot sneak into such the final stage of your life, staggering into, let's just start, we'll see it as you go. Other people justify saying it's experimental. To say that you are, again, fertile.
Ha! Of all the things.
To see.
Because once you realize that you're fertile, there's a whole other human being, involved.
To say that we are compatible. I mean, try. You see, dating is where you learn whether you're compatible. Again, you don't test drive the body. You test drive the character. The thing that will kill you about a person is not their body. It's their mindset. It's their values.
Mind. You test drive the mind.
Yes. Converse.
I love that.
Converse.
Yes.
Check how they view life. The thing that will affect you most about the person you marry, the body has its place, and we also know how to check that part. It's how you check compatibility there. But many people think that's how we are checking. And I told you about the foolishness. Somebody saying, the preaching church saying, if a person loves God, just marry them already. The rest of the things can be fixed. It's like saying, close your eyes, and as long as everybody around you is Christian, come I marry you. That's what she was saying.
That's 80% of Kenya.
I mean, now collapse on any Christian.
I know. Yeah.
And it is so ignorant when it is not of your field and you're trying to advise people about it. It is irresponsible and ignorant. Not everything can be healed. Some people are not everything can be fixed. Some people are saved, but they are not safe.
Okay. Got it.
They are still bleeding from other things.
Yeah.
They are still wounded from other places.
Yeah.
They are yet to mature. Even the Bible itself told you some people are babes. The reason you know you are only temporary is when he needs a lot of time to get ready. Just yesterday, a guy telling me he's 31, dating a lady who's 19. We are hoping to wait until she's at least 24, 25.
He loves her.
And I just love the way she's virgin. A 19-year-old. What else could she be?
She's more mature than her peers.
Okay, how divine maturity of an 19? You see, even if you go to class 3 kids, one of them will be maturer than the rest. You take them to the university?
No, he's going to wait.
Exactly, that is a red flag we're talking about. When a man is talking about chunks of time, like 5 years, like 6 years, like when you are less than one, he's very unconscious and out of touch. And I told him to stop writing a lot of paragraphs about an adolescent. If this was your daughter, or even your sister, 19-year-old, dating a man, how would you feel? Sometimes this testosterone and dopamine and imagination of sex and all this makes men become very unreasonable. She's a child. You can't say she loves you. She does not know what life is. She doesn't know what she's calling love. She's a jellyfish kid. How can you say a 19-year-old told me she loves me? Are you even sane? Are you a pedophile of sorts? This kid may be legally grown, but you know this is mentally immature. You can see it honestly. If you look at 19-year-old quietly seated, you can see the childishness on the face. No, you're saying you talk to love about that person. How immoral are you?
Okay.
That is very insincere on all levels. It's insincere. Why can't you go to grown-ups who know the questions to ask? Why can't you talk to a 27-year-old who knows the questions to ask about your life and how you're managing your life? What do you want in a woman? How have you prepared for your life? Where are you going with your vision? 19-year-old. Some things are insincere on every level. You can talk. I know you want to.
I mean, it's burning.
It's wrong. It's immoral.
Okay, let's say this 31-year-old man feels he is not ready, like even financially, he's not husband material yet, but he loves her. What is the right way to go about, saying that I'm willing to wait for her?
Love is not enough. Just because you love a person and you're not ready with your life, your priority should be to build your life. When you say you love a person but you're not ready with your life, what are you saying? You just want to make them fall into emotional quagmire. That girl will awaken one time. Many of them awaken when they are paralyzed. They are so deeply attached to invested emotionally and social, especially social investment, very detrimental, especially to young girls. When you become permanently attached to this person, other men avoid you because you are so and so's girlfriend or whatever, and it's been years and years, and all your social circles know that. That's the stupidity part about these young girls. They sell their social image and reputation when it is too virgin. Don't be associated with anyone. Be free. Maintain your freedom. But this guy knows that aspect. She does not. Do you see the robbery? It's a deception. He has seen life. Why are you going for people 12 years younger than you?
Are you saying there's absolutely no chance that this thing is legitimate?
It's not about absoluteness. It's about how wise is it. You see, you can force things and marry, but what have you missed in the process? Really, we are not animals come here to mate and just breed. We have a purpose to prepare for. We have a calling to pursue. We have gifts to develop. We have a healing to do. We have perspective to gain. We have maturation to journey towards. We have gifts to build. That age of 18 to 24 is the only period, the only actually free period you can become. If you miss it, you'll be running after a bus that is already ahead of you. You will run and yes, you can do it, but you will run. A lot of people could have become a lot of things if that period was only for personal preparation. But Ahaina approached them with a proposal for love. She could have a lot of father hunger, severe father hunger. Many of the people came from single parents who are married in paper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of these kids are just father hunger because you're sucking her into something. She won't know that what she's craving, your validation, is a healing she needs.
Okay.
And she will see you as a dad. That's why she can't even break up with you. We never break up with the fathers, and she has abandonment trauma from the first dad who left.
Oh.
And she'll claim them because psychologically she's so too attached and paralyzed. Many of them marry out of that, get children out of that. And then she appears 29, single mother of 2.
Yeah.
Divorced but never married, but this is what we are saying. You know a person is not ready when they are proposing to date you for 5 years. You are not the real wife. When he finally reaches there, he will wake up to realize you are not all that. She will change. When she becomes a grown-up, she will change. She might appear all this, but after 27, 20, she will become another person you've never seen. All women go through that metamorphosis, especially the intentionally learning ones.
Yeah.
Not every woman matures. Some are ignorant or want to learn. They remain naive and immature until 70 or whatever time. But you can find a fool at 65.
Okay.
So
we know them. We've seen them. You listen to someone and you're like,
the brain maturation of 25 brings a personality shift, and the personality shift is more pronounced when you are exercising at the gym of learning, at the gym of growing, at the gym of awareness. Like when your eyes become mature for seeing, you must still open them and apply them. You can continue closing them, although they really have the capacity to see, and you still don't see. So those who keep asking, is it about age counts? It's not just a number. This world has numbers, and you can't despise numbers. Age is just a number, and so is your bank balance. So can you check your bank balance numbers to see where you can do with your life? Can you fly now? No, my numbers are low. Thank you very much. Your sugar is a number.
Yeah.
Even the time you have left or not is okay. So, he is not. How long time is a red flag is that he is not growing consciously and he's not preparing for any kind of life. He just desires what he's calling love. This kind of love, when people want to keep you for 5 years, is that they have a crush emotional attachment to you, an attraction. Love is both an attraction and decision and the timeliness of the connection. When we are timely, when our times align, seasons are together, when I feel drawn to you and we flow. Love is a composite. It's not the feeling. But when people say, I feel you so much, can we be around for 6 years hoping you'll be ready by then? They just want to use you. And they know they don't want to release you lest you have a good life, and they just crave having such a brilliant person like you. Remember, young girls look very innocent. Go look at your photos when you're 19. And you pity that girl because she looks blissfully unaware of the dangers of this world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very brilliant. I mean, just shining in her youth, and you pity her. Does this girl know how many vouchers? Boys too are as endangered. But this is to say, you're only temporary when he wants to just keep you around, and he's not conscious about becoming husband. He just wants to keep you. Yes.
Wow. I have no questions to add. It was such a rich and enlightening show. Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching. See you on the next episode. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Months. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.